Hello you guys, this is Kim and bienvenidos to a timeless reading, meaning that there are no set dates and or time frames to these messages. At whatever moment in time you happen to stumble upon this video and decide to watch it, the messages can still apply to you. That is, if they resonate. Okay, so in this timeless reading, we are going to find out where and how your luck is changing. And there are 4 groups to choose from. Starting off for group 1, we have the King. For group 2, we have the Ace. For group 3, we have the Queen. And for group 4, we have the Jack. So please take a moment to meditate upon these options to see which one calls out to you, because the one that calls out to you will be the group for you. And once you have chosen, please head on over to the comment section and or the description box down below where the timestamps for each group are provided so that you can skip right on over to your reading. Okay, but now that you have done so, let's get right into your messages. Let's go. Hello you guys who chose the King. Bienvenidos to your reading. So before we get started, I would like to quickly go over a list of everything that is going to be covered in this reading. There. Okay, so there will be 4 parts, and in part 1, I will be sharing with you what I intuitively picked up on when connecting with the energy of your group. In part 2, I will be working with El Tarot and Oracle cards to find out how and or where your luck is changing. In part 3, I will pull out extra cards to get any last messages and advice and or guidance from Spirit. And lastly, for part 4, I will be offering space for you to connect with any being of light that you wish to hear from at this moment to receive a direct message from them. Okay, so now let us get started. So a few messages came to mind when tapping into this group's energy, which were leaving something behind, turning away or turning down, welcoming in, and stationary. So I do get the feeling that soon you will be leaving something behind, and whatever it is that you are leaving behind is something that is no longer in alignment with you or is not of your highest good. So it could very well be something that has been holding you back in some way. Now with turning away and or turning down, it could be that soon you will be turning down an offer that is not such a great offer, or this could be a heads up from Spirit that you can turn down an offer if you feel it's not such a great offer. You won't be losing is the message that is coming to mind. You won't be losing. Now, if you have turned down an offer in the past and now you're regretting it, now you're kind of wondering whether you made the right decision, I feel like this is reassurance that you didn't make a wrong decision. You didn't miss out on an opportunity. You turning down this offer isn't going to negatively affect you or slow you down or slow things down for you in any way. Yeah, and I feel like soon, very soon, you will get confirmation or validation that it was okay for you to turn down this offer. And if you were turned down or you were rejected or you got a no when you were hoping for a yes, it's the same thing. I feel like you're getting reassurance that you receiving a no was the best thing that could happen, because whatever you were hoping to get a yes on was not the best option and or path for you. Yeah, because I do get the feeling that this door having closed for you allowed for another door to open up for you, allowed for something better to come in. And that's why the message welcoming in came through for you guys, because closed door welcome in something even better for you. Yeah, so if you haven't experienced the something better yet, I feel like you soon will. An amazing opportunity is going to present itself to you, far better than the previous one. Yeah, and with stationary, I don't know if it was stationary as in with the letter E or stationary with the letter A. Yeah, so I'll leave it up to you guys to decide whichever resonates the most with you. But considering stationary with the letter A, if you have been looking for something consistent and or permanent, something stable, I do feel like soon you will be getting it. I don't know, does that make sense? Like for example, if you've been looking for a stable job, I feel like soon you will be getting a stable job. What else came to mind was a physical location. So like finding a permanent place or permanent residence, what is coming to mind in specific, it's like finding a physical location for a business or to set up a business, to open up a shop or an office. But this could also be referring to finding a place to settle down in. And the last thing that came to mind with the word stationary, with the letter A, is something to do with the planets. When the planets go stationary, I'm not really knowledgeable about astrology. So if that makes any sense to you, then please consider it or look more into it, because I'm not really sure what that means. But now I'm going to move into the cards to find out where and how your luck is changing, or where you are about to experience some luck. So we have the 10 of Cups with happy families, blessings, and well-being. And now I'm going to pull out, a clarifier. And we have the 6 of Wands with number 43, lightning. Okay, these are all amazing cards. And now I'm going to pull out one more clarifying card. Oh, and we have home. Oh, okay. Interesting how we have the 10 of Cups, which can speak about home. And then we literally have the home here. And I did speak about like finding a place to settle down in, or like a physical location that is permanent. Yeah, so some of you could be finding your forever home, or you could be finding a place that you want to make your home. Yeah, so if you have been on the search for a forever home, or been searching for somewhere to settle down in, and so far no luck, I do feel like your luck is changing when it comes to this. You will be finding your forever home. You will be finding somewhere to settle down in. And with the 6 of Wands and the 10 of Cups, I feel like you are going to get a pretty good deal, or something about this whole situation, this house, this place that you are going to end up settling down in is going to exceed your expectations. Because the 9 of Cups in tarot speaks about wish fulfillments. So I always interpret the 10 of Cups as getting exactly what you wished for and more. And then with the 6 of Wands being here, which is all about success, victory, triumph, you are going to feel like you won. Yeah, with the 10 of Cups, the home, and the 6 of Wands, it gives me this overall vibe of feeling like you're winning in life. You're winning. Now, the 10 of Cups, because it does speak about family, and the message welcoming in did come to mind. Some of you could be welcoming in a new member into your family. So for those of you who have been wanting to get pregnant, or have been wanting to start your own family, become a parent, and so far you have been experiencing a lot of difficulties, I do see things changing for the better. With the lightning being here, it gives me the feeling of a strike of luck, like something miraculous happening. So if you have been wanting to get pregnant, this is an indicator that you will be getting positive news when it comes to that. Or if you have been in the process of adopting a child, I do see things going very, very well for you. And again, this whole energy has that vibe of feeling like you're on top of the world, feeling like you're the luckiest person in the world. So I do see things turning out well for you and turning out way better than expected. Like the 10 of Cups gives me this feeling of, I can't believe I got this lucky. I can't believe I got this lucky. Yeah, so some of you could be feeling that way about your family or the family you're creating. Some of you could be integrating into a family. And it's that same feeling of, I can't believe I got this lucky. I can't believe I found this family and now I am a part of it. The 10 of Cups and the 6 of Wands also gives me the vibe of counting your blessings. Like counting your blessings and feeling like you have more. More than you were wishing for. More than you were hoping for. Now, if things haven't been going so well at home, like your home life hasn't been looking so great, or things haven't been going so well with the family, I do see things looking better for you. The message that just came to mind looking at the home card is your house, your home will be blessed. And having all these birds flying above this house or this home, it makes me think of divine protection. So your house, your family, your home is being divinely protected. Yeah, so if you have been experiencing a lot of chaos, or it feels like all you've been experiencing is like strikes of bad luck, or you feel like you haven't been able to catch a break, yeah, I feel like this, we'll just call it bad luck for the sake of this reading. This streak of bad luck is ending for you. Yeah, I'm getting like any bad juju, any bad energy, bad forces are being kept away and far away from your family, from your home life, from your house, your safe and sacred place. Yeah, so the other thing I'm seeing with these cards is you experiencing a phase in your life where it's full of peace, of tranquility, of joy, of happy moments, of blessings, and of good health as well. Yeah, because we have well-being here, we have blessings. I mean, there's always ups and downs. So I'm not gonna super sugarcoat things and say you won't be experiencing any downs. You most likely will, but they won't be like super low moments, It won't be something very drastic and or chaotic or anything like you have been experiencing as of now, especially if you are going through a very difficult time. I see there being more ups than downs, in other words, especially with the Six of Wands here. I see a lot of celebrations coming. It could be like birthday celebrations as we have in the Ten of Cups, or it could be celebrating each other's achievements, especially in your family or a group of people that you feel and deem to be your family, like celebrating each other, spending time together, going out together, and so forth. Yeah, the other thing I'm getting with the Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands is feeling proud of each other. Your family or your loved ones feeling proud of you, and you feeling proud of your family and or your loved ones. Yeah, so the other thing I'm seeing here, it's like everyone is winning. You and your loved ones, everyone in your family, everyone in your group of friends, your close ones, everyone is winning. This feels like a fruitful time for everyone. Yeah, so instead of hearing bad news from one person and then hearing bad news from the other person, what I'm seeing here is like you're hearing good news from someone and then you're hearing good news from someone else and so forth. It's like good news everywhere. Blessings coming in from everywhere, from all directions, because everyone is winning, everyone is thriving. So this is a very fruitful time for you guys. Good things are coming. Like you've experienced the winter, now it's time for you to experience the spring season. So spring season could be of significance, but I'm also seeing summer season. The Six of Wands is making me think of summer season. But what else? The other thing I'm seeing for those of you who work from home or you have a business from home or you're doing something from home, yeah, I do see your business booming or things going very well for you at work. Yeah, I just feel like something that you're working at from home or a home project, this could even be like a home renovation kind of thing, is gonna go very well, do very well, or you're going to get really good results from it. The phrase that keeps coming to mind is the business is booming. The business is booming. So I do see something booming, something doing very well. So I'm also picking up on financial prosperity. Like it's a very prosperous time. I don't know why I'm thinking of like stocks or investments. If you have invested in something, I feel like you're going to reap a lot of profit from it. You're going to get the return of your investment. And I see you getting back more than you invested. So you will definitely be seeing some profit. What else just came to mind is the worth of your house or your property is increasing. The other thing that is coming to mind is if things haven't been working out in the love department, things are turning around for you pretty soon. I do see you coming into union with someone that is like your perfect match, someone that you feel at home with, someone that you feel safe with, someone that you see yourself being with for the long run and see yourself starting a family with if that's something that you want. And this could even be a situation in which if you currently have no plans of starting a family with anyone, like if you currently don't see yourself starting a family with anyone, I feel like you might soon be meeting someone who will change your mind. And not because they're forcing you to think differently, it's more because they inspire this new dream in you. And it could be because they do provide you with a lot of security. Like this is someone that you feel is reliable. This is someone that you feel safe enough to have this dream of starting a family, of maybe even settling down, of committing. I do see you meeting someone and coming into union with someone that you will end up committing to and or entering a long-term committed relationship with. Yeah, and with the Six of Wands, it has that same vibe of, I can't believe I got this lucky. I can't believe I found you. I can't believe I'm this fortunate to be with someone like you. And I feel like this is something reciprocal, something mutual, because the number 6 has that energy of balance. So you feel this way about this person feels this way about you. And there's also this message about you pursuing your dreams or accomplishing your goals, even while you're providing for a family or even whilst having a family. Yeah, so I feel like this is a reassurance or confirmation for some. Like, yes, you can start something of your own. You can pursue your own dreams. You can reach your goals whilst having a family or after committing to someone. Yeah, because the other vibe I'm getting here is two partners who are supporting one another. It's kind of this feeling of having each other's back. Like, I support you while you're pursuing your dream by taking care of like the home, the house, the family, like dividing the responsibilities or taking a little bit more of the load so that you have more time to pursue your dream, reach your goal. And it's also vice versa. Like when it's time for the other person to pursue their dream or their goal, then the same is done for them. Yeah, because as mentioned, the vibe that these 3 cards are giving is everyone is winning. No one gets left behind. Everyone wins at the end. So everyone gets to accomplish their goals or gets to pursue their dreams. No one is left behind is the vibe I'm getting here. Yeah, so I'm seeing harmony. I'm seeing stability. I'm seeing security. I'm seeing love, joy, health. And this vibe of feeling overwhelmingly lucky and fortunate. There's also this feeling of, I'm so glad things happened the way that they did, because they led me to here. The other vibe I'm getting with these 3 cards is that there's no feeling of regret, because again, there's that mentality of, I'm so glad things happened the way that they did because they led me to the here and now, to this. With the number 43, the message that just came to mind is creating stability and security. So you will be experiencing stability and security in your home, in your family, in your financial situation. If you aren't already in harmonious relationships, I do see you entering into a harmonious relationship or into harmonious relationships. And the 6 of Wands gives me this feeling of being seen, being acknowledged, feeling loved, feeling appreciated, feeling valued, and being valued. It's a really nice energy, actually. I also feel like soon you will be completing a project. It could be like a home renovation project, but it doesn't have to be. It could be any other project that you've been working on. And for those of you who have been thinking about starting a business from home or working from home, I feel like this is a green light to go for it. Things are going to work out much better than you expected. Things will work out. Yeah, and I feel like a business that starts from home is going to do so well that could be the main source of income. Everyone can live off of that. Everyone in the family, the immediate family. Like it could even become the family business is the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, especially with the 6 of Wands, this could end up becoming the family business. Or if there is already a family business and it hasn't been doing well, this is letting us know that things are going to turn around for the better. It could be that someone will integrate into the family and this person will come in with fresh new ideas on how to improve the business, what adjustments need to be made in order to upgrade things, and then that's how things start improving. Yeah, and I also see you receiving help and support, like a family business or a business or project that you're working on. It's getting a lot of support. It could be support from the family or from your loved ones. And that is what is helping this business, this project, this idea to thrive. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing with these cards. With the 10 of Cups being associated with the element of water and then with this home card, I'm getting strong Cancer vibes. So if you happen to be a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this could be serving as confirmation. Or if you happen to have Cancer in your 4th house, this could be serving as confirmation that this is your group, but this doesn't have to be your zodiac sign. It's just a bit of extra confirmation for those who need it. I also all of a sudden got Aries looking at the 6 of Wands. So you could also be an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or someone who is a Cancer or an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising could be playing a significant role or could be an important person in your life. Yeah, because with the numbers 4 and 3, I'm thinking of March and April, which is, I believe, when Aries season begins from late March up until late April. Yeah, so Aries season in itself could be of significance, as well as Cancer season. And I did mention spring and summer season as well. The 10 of Cups made me think of 10 weeks. So 10 weeks from now, something significant could be occurring as well. But now I'm going to pull out extra cards to get any last messages, advice, and or guidance from Spirit. So we have something weird might just be something familiar viewed from a different angle. And that's not scary, right? And this was said by Marceline's mom. These are quotes from the animated series Adventure Time, by the way. Sorry, I'm just getting random messages. Looking at this image of lightning, the message that came to mind was catching feelings. Yeah, so you could be catching feelings for someone very unexpected, but who ends up being your person, the person you end up committing to. Possibly even starting a family with or settling down with. Okay. And we also have humor is the highest form of intelligence. Yeah, so I just see you having a lot of fun, happy times. For those of you who resonate with meeting someone, I feel this is indicating that you guys will share the same humor, or you will find this person very funny. They will make you laugh a lot. They will bring out your inner child. Okay, but now I am going to offer space for you to connect with any being of light that you wish to hear from at this moment, to receive a direct message from them. So this could be a spirit guide of yours, your higher self, an archangel, a guardian angel, an ancestor, a loved one who is on the other side, or the higher self of someone who is currently physically incarnated in this lifetime. And also, if you have something that you're wondering about, that you want messages, advice, and or guidance on, you could also set an intention to receive a message about that. Okay, so I will ask of you to please cast your gaze upon these 3 cards that you see here, because these are going to serve as options. So for option number 1, we have the home. For option number 2, we have the 10 of Cups. And for option number 3, we have the 6 of Wands or lightning, because whichever option or card calls out to you, that will be the option that will have the message for you. So if you want to hear from more than one being of light, then you can definitely set an intention to connect with more than one and choose more than one option. Okay, so I will give you a moment to meditate upon the options and set your intentions. And I will now pull out a card for option number 1, the home. Ooh, okay, so we have Flamingo with find balance and practice moderation. And now for option number 2, the 10 of Cups. So we have Clam with open up and it's okay to feel vulnerable. And now for option number 3, the 6 of Wands. Card, please. Okay, oops. And we have Abalone Shell with healing from the inside out. Okay, so these are all the messages we have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. And if you're new to this channel and you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in my website, and the link to my website can be found in the description box down below. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I'm wishing you a wonderful rest of your day or night, depending on when you're watching. And until the next moment, bye-bye. Hello you guys who chose the Ace, bienvenidos to your reading. So before we get started, I would like to quickly go over a list of everything that is going to be covered in this reading. So there will be 4 parts. In part 1, I will be sharing what I intuitively picked up on when connecting with the energy of your group. In part 2, I will be working with El Tarot as well as Oracle cards to find out how is it that your luck is changing for the better. And then in part 3, I will be pulling out extra cards to get any last messages, advice, and or guidance from Spirit. And finally, for part 4, I will be offering space for you to connect with any being of light that you wish to hear from at this moment to receive a direct message from them. Okay? So now let us get started. This one is quite interesting because the very first word or name that came to mind was Liberace, who was an American pianist, singer, and actor. I did look him up just to be sure. So it could be that some of you guys are performers, entertainers, artists, musicians, actors, actresses, and or you are aspiring to be. If so, then this is confirmation that this is your group. But I also get the feeling that someone who is an entertainer, an actor, actress, musician, performer, singer, songwriter, just artist, is or will be of significance for you guys. Yeah, I don't know, I get this feeling that there is an important artist out there who is of importance to you or will play a significant role in your life in some way, whether it be firsthand or through an intermediate. Yeah, like them actually entering into your life, connecting with you and playing a significant role in your life, or by you just knowing of them or maybe connecting with one of their works and them playing a significant role in your life in that way. Yeah, but there's something about an artist or you being an artist yourself, or it could be both. Now, what else came to mind? Oh yeah, the phrase singing Gloria came up, which I don't know how to interpret. Maybe some of you guys' name is Gloria, or someone named Gloria could be of significance, or if there is a song called Gloria, that song could be of importance. But we do have the word singing, so yeah, some of you could be singers, performers, or maybe your dream is to perform and or sing or be a singer. Or it could just be that music, art in general is pretty important for you guys, whether you are an artist, a creator yourself or not. Yeah, but that's all I got. So, oh yeah, and because you guys did choose the ace, it made me think of you being an ace, like you excelling at something. So it could be at a specific skill, a subject, a topic, or it could be excelling in an industry, in a line of work, in a field of work. Or the other thing I'm getting is you being seen as the ace, like you being known as someone who is dependable, as someone who is reliable, as someone who is proficient. Have any of you guys ever watched the Korean entertainment show Running Man? You know, Ji-hyo, she's known as the ace because whoever gets her in their team knows that their team is bound to win. Like, she's kind of the secret weapon. Yeah, so that's what's coming to mind. So I feel like someone or a group of people, or it could even be like an agency, a label, a company, thinks of you as their ace, as their golden child, or maybe you were the golden child growing up. Or it could be that you guys are the leader of a group, or you are at the head of a business or a company, or you are like carrying on your shoulder a huge responsibility. You could even be like the head of the family. And that is a huge responsibility. Like, people are looking up to you or depending on you in some way. Yeah, okay. But now I'm going to pull out some cards to find out how your luck is changing, where you will be experiencing some luck and good fortune. Okay. Don't tell me this is an ace. Yeah, so we have the Ace of Coins in reverse with scarcity, lack of planning, and bad investment. Yeah, so I feel like you guys are definitely considered an ace, or you will soon be considered an ace. Is that another ace? It is. So we have the Ace of Swords with number 37, and I always forget how to pronounce this. The rapiers? Okay. Yeah, so a lot of aces here. You guys will definitely be excelling at something. I'm getting something like being one of the best, being the top dog, or it could have something to do with a leadership role. Aces also speak of new beginnings. So it could definitely be a new beginning awaiting you. Or what just came to mind is that you are entering a new beginning or a new chapter of your life with a new mentality. A new mindset that is serving you, that is better serving you. And we have the world. Well, okay. I just want to say for those of you who are students and who are hoping to ace something like an exam or ace a presentation or maybe even ace an interview, you will be acing it. You will be passing or getting a good score, good feedback, or a positive evaluation. The other thing I'm getting with the Ace of Coins is some of you could be getting a second opportunity. Yeah, so if, let's say, just as an example, you did take an exam, but you didn't pass or you didn't get the points that you needed, you will be given a second opportunity, a second chance to take the exam. And I feel like by the second time, you will ace it, you will pass. This could even be something like taking a driver's exam. Maybe you didn't pass the first time, but by the second time, you pass it. Yeah, because the world speaks about completion, coming full circle. It's also a card of accomplishments and achievements. Yeah, so I do see you accomplishing and or achieving something or wrapping something up. And it could be by the second or even the third try. It all depends on your situation. So take what resonates, but I do see you getting a second opportunity, a second chance at something, and then excelling. Yeah, so if you're applying somewhere and you don't get in and you can send an appeal, then send in that appeal. Yeah, there's this feeling of don't give up too quickly, especially if you really want this. Yeah, if you can try again, try again. But here's the interesting bit. There is an advice here that if something doesn't work out, like if you tried multiple times and it isn't working out, or something is kind of like blocked, because I'm getting that with these two swords. I'm being reminded of that phrase, rejection is divine protection. If something doesn't work out or something is blocked, it is because this thing isn't of your highest good, or there's something better out there, because the world makes me think of like something bigger, something more powerful, something more meaningful. So I am getting this feeling that some of you could be currently pursuing something that is below your standards, like you're overqualified for it. Yeah, so I get this feeling of like settling for less or kind of aiming for things that you know you will excel at, but it's not challenging you in any way. You could even be purposefully going for it because you know that you will excel at it, do good at it, and it is familiar to you. It's like still in your comfort zone. And I feel like universe is pushing you. Like with all these aces, it makes me think of your higher self. Like your higher self is pushing you to get out of your comfort zone. Yeah, because with this rainbow above this earth, it's making me think of like aiming higher. So it's like they're not allowing you to settle for anything less than or to play it safe. They are wanting for you to challenge yourself a bit. And it's only because they know how much you will grow if you do go for the things that are kind of new and different, that will challenge you in some way. Yeah, this could even be kind of an encouragement to think bigger, dream bigger. Don't be afraid to dream bigger. Yeah, because the Ace of Swords speaks about clarity, epiphanies, revelation, and it's making me think of mental clarity, like your mind opening up to the possibilities. Yeah, so when it comes to how your luck is improving is if something didn't work out and there's an opportunity to try again, and you do try again, you are going to experience success. You will get good results. I do see achievements occurring. Another thing, if something has been put on hold for quite some time now, I do see this thing experiencing some movement, getting out of this stagnant period and reaching its completion. That's what I'm getting with the World card. Yeah, so this could be a project maybe that was put on hold and finally it's getting moving again and now you can complete it. Now you can wrap it up successfully is what I'm getting with the World card. The other thing I'm seeing with the Ace of Coins in reverse and then the Ace of Swords, if something is ending, something new is beginning almost immediately. And it could be that something is ending because something new is beginning. So for example, if you have recently wrapped up or completed a project, you will be working on a new project pretty soon, and it's gonna offer you something different, something completely different from your previous project. It could be like knowledge, it could be a different kind of experience, because the Ace of Coins speaks about like monetary value, but the Ace of Swords speaks about like intellect, knowledge, experience, clarity. So I feel like this new project, this new endeavor, this new thing is going to offer you something different that is going to be worth a lot, but maybe not worth in a monetary sense. It could be even something like networking, because Swords is also about communication. So it could offer you an opportunity to network with people who are an ace themselves, people who are very important. Yeah, because the Ace of Swords now, it's making me think of making important connections. And I did speak about an artist, or maybe someone who is very important, someone who is very well known, being a significant player in your life. Yeah, so this could even be pertaining to you getting an opportunity to connect with someone who is well known, or someone who you admire, your favorite artist maybe. You could even be getting an opportunity to work with them. Something else I'm seeing is that some of you could be choosing to get out of work or only work part-time in order to pursue higher learning. Or you could be going from a part-time student to a full-time student. I also see some of you taking an online course and this going well for you and you gaining a lot from it. The other feeling I'm getting with the Ace of Coins and the Ace of Swords is something is not gonna turn out how you expect, but it doesn't mean that it isn't going to lead to something good. Things might not go according to plan, but things still end up turning out very well. Because again, I'm getting this feeling of selling yourself short. Like maybe you start a project or you start something, but you don't give it the recognition that it deserves, or you don't see it for its true value. To give you an example, it's like you have a very expensive item, an antique, but instead of taking it to an antique shop, like someone who is an expert at antiques, who will know the true value of this item that you possess, you take it to a pawn shop. And so instead of it being valued for what it's actually worth, it's valued for much less, because at this pawn shop they know nothing about antiques. It's kind of the feeling I'm getting with the Ace of Coins in reverse. It's like you're doing something, you're creating something, you're working on something, but you don't exhibit it in the right places, or you don't share it with the right people where its value will be appreciated. It's this feeling of you're aiming for the sky instead of aiming for the stars. And it could be because there's a lack mentality. Maybe there is a fear of recognition, because I do feel like deep down you know the worth and value of what you're doing. This could even be pertaining to you, because I did mention that you are the ace. Like, you're not giving yourself enough credit. And so you're not putting yourself in the places, environments that will really see your potential, really see your value, like really appreciate you or your talents, your skills. Yeah, it's like aiming for positions or aiming for jobs where you're overqualified for them. And so I feel like if this is the case for you, you guys might face a lot of closed doors, or you might experience something like doors being closed on you. And it's because universe is not allowing you to undermine yourself, undermine your value, your worth, or the worth of what you do. They are not allowing for you to settle for less. And so it's like doors won't open up for you until you start pursuing that which is in alignment with you. Until you give yourself the credit that you deserve. Until you start aiming higher. Yeah, because the world gives me that vibe. I know it's very cliche, very cheesy, of like a bigger purpose. I really don't like using that phrase, but that's the kind of vibe I'm getting, like a bigger purpose, a bigger project. So I know some of you guys might not think of this as like luck or fortune, especially if you're experiencing, like I said, closed doors, but it's actually a blessing in disguise, because all these closed doors, they're directing you towards something better. This is very similar to another group, this message, but for you guys, I do get the feeling that with all these aces, it makes me think of like standing out, and especially with the World card being here. I'm not sure if discovered is the correct way to put it, but I do feel like you're going to come into alignment with someone who is at your level or who sees the value in what you do or sees the potential. And they are going to offer you an opportunity to work with them or allow for them to work with you to really harness this potential to create something with it. It's like they want to work with you to help you reach your fullest potential. It's the kind of vibe I'm getting. So this could be like a teacher. I'm being reminded of like The Voice, where, you know, all these famous artists, well-established artists, musicians, they kind of fight to train an aspiring artist or singer. Yeah, like they want to share their knowledge, their experience with these aspiring artists to help them reach their fullest potential. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. So this could be a teacher that you will be coming into alignment with, or someone who is already very experienced in what they do or very well known. This could even be like an investor. But with the Ace of Swords, there's something about knowledge, sharing their knowledge, their experience with you, like helping you out through sharing some information with you, or like I said, helping you network, helping you to meet the right people, get into the right places, find the right opportunities, and so forth. This doesn't even have to be a person, you know, it could be like a label, a company, an agency, like a talent recruiter or a talent scout that sees you and they want to train you, they want to work with you, or like a music label, a music producer. Yeah, because now the world is making me think of like sharing your skills, your talents, your work, your art with people from all over the world, or being recognized all over the world, or you doing something that creates a positive impact in the world. The world is also making me think of like being in the public eye, a public figure. Ooh, I just looked at the card at the bottom of this deck and we have union, which is making me think of partnerships. Yeah, I do see you partnering up with someone, or it could be like a company, it could be like a label. Someone is coming in to help you out, but I feel it's like you're helping out each other. It's mutual in some way. For example, let's say if you're a musician, this could be a small independent music label that comes to you, offering you an opportunity, and like you help each other because this music label helps put your music out there, and then you become very famous. That's what I'm getting with the World card, or your music ends up playing in radios all over the world. And because you have so much popularity, again with the World card, you also help this music label succeed. You know, you kind of give them their beginning, you kind of give them their head start. Yeah, there's something about giving someone a head start, but it does feel mutual. With all these colors in the rainbow, I'm also seeing like collaborating with many people, or exploring different genres, exploring different niches, or mixing different genres, and that being very successful for you. Yeah, you could even be creating something new or doing something very different, something very out there, and other people might doubt it, but then it ends up being very successful. Or it might take a while to take off, but then it does end up taking off at some point. Yeah, but that example of like the music label was just an example. This could be anything, like a publisher or just a company. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be a music label situation. Yeah, the other thing I'm getting with the Ace of Coins is that if you made a bad investment or you feel like you made a bad move, you are going to be aligned with an opportunity that will help you get out of a financial rut, or will help you start all over again. Like get you back on your feet is the feeling I'm getting. The other thing I'm seeing with the Ace of Swords and the rapiers, oh, the candle has reached its end. That again makes me think of when something ends, something new will begin. But I was going to say the Ace of Swords and the rapiers is making me think of indecision or a final decision. So if some of you have been feeling indecisive about a decision you've made in the past or an action that you took, especially if it was inspired action, like in the moment you felt called to do something and you did it, and now time has passed and you look back on it and you're kind of wondering whether that was the right move. Yeah, I do feel like soon, very soon, you will receive confirmation that you did make the right move. Yeah, the Ace of Swords also makes me think of communication. So some of you could literally be receiving some form of communication. Maybe you sent an email out to someone, or you applied for something that maybe you felt you were underqualified for, but in reality you weren't. And it's been a while that you haven't heard back from this person or whoever you reached out to, and then soon, very soon, you will be hearing from them, and it's going to be something positive. or it's gonna lead to something positive. Yeah, and that could be how your luck changes for you. Yeah, but with these 2 swords blocking out this energy in the background, I do feel like you're being divinely protected by your guides, by universe. They aren't allowing anything that isn't of your highest good or anything that is a distraction to get in your way. No more settling for less than is the overall vibe with these cards. The other thing that just came to mind is if you have been trying to make plans or have been trying to create a business plan or just any kind of long-term plan, but you've been experiencing a lot of like hiccups or blockages, or your plan feels pretty weak, I do feel like you're gonna get some help. Like someone's gonna come in, or you might stumble upon some information that will help you in improving your plan and solidify it. Like make it a solid plan so that you can then start executing it. And I do see you executing it. Yeah, again, so if something hasn't been working out, I do feel like you're going to stumble upon some information, and or someone's going to come in with much needed clarity to help turn around things. Yeah, or to create that momentum that was mentioned right at the beginning. Yeah, and I feel like that's how your luck changes for you, by you receiving this information, this clarity, or this assistance. But I do feel like things are moving for you. You're getting a lot of help and support from the divine, and this help is coming through people. It's coming through you stumbling upon the right information, the right opportunities, and it's also coming through, divine protection in the form of like rejection or even closed doors or dead ends. Because remember, that's again universe redirecting you. And if like a door closes for you, a new door will open for you right away, because we do have the Ace of Coins in reverse, and then right after that we have the Ace of Swords, another ace but upright. So I feel like if a door closes for you, another door will open right away. So you won't be left in the dark or wondering or not knowing what to do for long, because another opportunity, a better opportunity, the right opportunity will present itself to you. And I think when it comes to that specific opportunity, you will know that it's right for you because things will flow. You won't have to be efforting your way into getting this opportunity or into stepping on the other side of that open door. Things will flow. Yes, but that's what I'm seeing thus far with these cards. When it comes to zodiac signs, the Ace of Coins is associated with earth signs, so Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. The Ace of Swords is air signs, so Libra, Aquarius, and or Gemini. This could be your sun, moon, or rising sign, or it could be the sun, moon, or rising sign of someone who will be playing a significant role in your life, who will help things move along or bring much luck to you. But it could also be that you have a lot of earth and or air in your birth chart. The other thing I'm seeing with these two is that the seasons, winter and fall, could be of significance. I know that the suits are associated with specific seasons, but I'm not sure what the traditional association is. So I'm just going to go by my intuition here. I'm associating the Ace of Swords with winter and coins with fall. It might be the other way around, but I'm going by intuition here. So I feel like you're going to experience your luck changing for the better, or, things turning around for you for the better right at the ends of fall season and at the beginning of winter season. So it's like the transition between fall into winter. That's when you're going to see some positive changes or things happening for you. Yeah, and I feel like before you experience any breakthroughs or before your luck starts turning around for you, you might be going through some financial hardships, or if not financial hardships, you're not seeing much progress when it comes to your financial situation. Like things are pretty much the same, or maybe you're not feeling financially secure, or something that you're doing, something that you've been working on, it's not reaping much results or rewards. The Ace of Coins gives me this feeling of something moving pretty slowly or not much happening. So that could be the energy that you will be in before you experience the turning point. And there's an advice here with the Ace of Coins being in reverse. When it comes to something that you're working on doing, this could even be like a business venture, a creative endeavor, you are being advised, or you're being let known or given a heads up that investing more money in this is not the answer. Like, it's not going to improve the situation. I feel like what this requires is like knowledge, practice, and or information. It could even be needing some communication. Let me give the example of a relationship. Say there's a strain in a relationship, and one partner in the relationship decides to fix the issue, whatever the issue might be, by taking their partner out on a very expensive date or buying their partner very expensive items. It's like they're trying to fix the issue or band-aid the issue through money or material possessions. When in reality, what the relationship needs in order to improve is communication, open communication. Or to give another example, I always give the example of a YouTube channel. But let's say you have a YouTube channel and you think that in order to get more viewers, you need to invest more money in your tech. Like, purchase a really expensive camera or a very expensive lens or microphone or lighting, when in reality what will help your channel grow is if you focus more on the content, like what kind of content you're creating. If it's an informative channel, maybe focusing more on the information that you're putting out there, how you're presenting the information. I did mention something about communication, so this could also be pertaining to how you are exhibiting the work that you do, or maybe exhibiting yourself, how you are promoting your work, promoting yourself. So don't feel like you need to empty your pockets or empty your piggy bank to get really good results, because it's not about how expensive something is or the quantity of something. It's more about the quality, more about the substance, the content itself. For those of you who currently share your work on only one social media platform and things are not really taking off or things have slowed down, I do see you trying out another social media platform and you finding better luck or getting better results there. There is something about you finding new and more innovative ways to put your work or yourself out there, or on how to offer your services. The Ace of Coins in reverse and the Ace of Swords upright reminds me of the phrase, work smart, not hard. So rather than sticking with the same old, and putting in more effort with little to no results, I see you finding a new approach, platform, or medium that ends up giving you better and faster results. So in other words, your luck changes for the better when you stop expecting different results while still doing the same thing. Yeah, okay, but now I'm just gonna pull out some extra cards to get any last messages, advice, and or guidance from Spirit. Oh, and these are homemade cards that contain quotes from the animated series Adventure Time. So we have, like being okay with everybody making mistakes around me, like mind my own stuff more. And this was said by the character Princess Bubblegum. And we also have, sometimes a well-intended wish can lead to nuts. This was said by the character Prismo. I do feel like pulling out one more. One more card, please. So I'm going to take the one at the top. So we have, home isn't a place. Let me give you a clue. Home is anywhere that people care about you. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, with the world, you will be traveling. Yeah, you could end up traveling around the world. Yeah, I don't know, home made me think of travel for some reason. Yeah, and the other thing I was going to say, you could be finding a home in someone, or just a home in a community, or wherever you travel to, you will be finding a place that feels like home to you. And again, it could be through people. Like, people make you feel at home, or make you feel safe. So you feel at home when you're with them. So no matter where you go, you will always have a home. That's the vibe I'm getting. This could also be indicating that you will have a remote job, if that's something that you want. So you can take it with you wherever you go. And I do see you being pretty popular, or getting pretty popular at some point. Okay, but now I'm going to offer space for you to connect with any being of light that you wish to hear from at this moment. So this could be an angel, an archangel, your higher self, a spirit guide, your ancestors, a loved one who is on the other side, or the higher self of someone who is currently physically incarnated in this lifetime. And if you have something that you've been wondering about that you wish to get advice and or guidance on, you could also set an intention to receive messages about that specific situation. Okay, so there are 3 options. Each one of these cards is representing a different option. So option 1 is the World, option 2 is the Ace of Coins in reverse, and option 3 is the Ace of Swords. So take a moment to meditate upon these options, see which one calls out to you, because the one that calls out to you will be the one that has the message for you. And now I'm going to pull out a card for option 1, the World. So we have a pirate ship with set sail on a new adventure and explore beyond the horizon. Yeah, so this makes me think of travel. It could also be that the person you will be working with, or who will be bringing you a lot of luck, or will help turn things around for you for the better, is someone who is a foreigner or someone who is on the other side of the world. Yeah. There could be currently, like right now, physical distance between you both. Also, the World makes me think of the web, the World Web online. So you could be meeting this person through the web online, or you could be garnering a lot of attention online, or gaining popularity first online, like through the web, like through a social media platform, for example. Okay, but now I'm going to pull out a card for those who chose option 2, the Ace of Coins in reverse. Oops. Okay, so we have Sailor's Knot with entanglement, energetic cords, ties, and bonds. Yeah, I do feel like you will be connecting with someone important. And you will be connecting with this person because I feel like there is a soul agreement. Like before you incarnated into this lifetime, your souls agreed to meet each other here in this lifetime to work together or to help each other out. This could also be signifying contracts. So you could be signing a contract or committing to something in this new beginning. The other message that came up with Sailor's Knot is that if you're currently entangled in something, like something you want to get out of, I do feel with this Ace of Swords that you will be cutting connection or you will be getting out of this situation. Yeah, and I feel like that's when things start turning around for you for the better as well, when you get out of this entanglement or this bond or commitment, whatever it may be. Okay, but now I'm going to pull out a card for those who chose option 3, the Ace of Swords. Okay, sorry. And we have Whale with Your Voice Matters and Speak Your Truth. Yeah, so some of you guys could be singers, or your line of work has something to do with communication. I'm also thinking of like a writer, someone who is a public speaker, a motivational speaker. Maybe you have a podcast or you want to start a podcast. If so, this is your green light to do so. But there's something about making use of your voice or your communication, like speaking your truth. I think it's gonna bring you a lot of blessings. By you speaking up or putting yourself out there, like by you being loud. Yeah, like putting yourself out there, like putting your work out there, promoting yourself, promoting your work. I feel that's gonna help bring in the right connections or for the right people to find you. Yeah, because they will recognize your call. It's like you're sending a call out there. You know whales, they send out calls. You're sending a call out there, and then the people, your people, the right people, hear the call, recognize it, and they come your way. You come together to create something beautiful, to help each other out, as planned. Yeah. Oh, and before I forget, please pay close attention to the objects and our animals here, because these could be lucky symbols. So if you start seeing ships or images of ships, motifs of ships, or like knots or whales. Yeah, that could be indicating that your luck is about to turn for the better or you're about to get lucky. But these are all the messages we have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. And if you're new to this channel and you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in my website, and the link to my website can be found in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching until the very end, and a huge thank you to all of you who took a moment to watch the advertisements or just, let them play in the background, since that is a simple way to support me and to support this channel. So if you did, I truly do appreciate it. Yeah, but that is all for now. Wishing you a wonderful rest of your day or night, depending on when you're watching. And until the next moment, bye-bye. Hello, you guys who chose the Queen. Bienvenidos to your reading. So before we get started, I would like to quickly go over a list of everything that is going to be covered in this reading. So there will be 4 parts, and in part 1, I will be sharing with you what I intuitively picked up on when connecting with the energy of your group. In part 2, I will then be working with El Tarot and Oracle decks to find out where and or how is your luck about to change, for the better. And in part 3, I will be pulling out extra card to get any last messages, advice, and or guidance from Spirit. And lastly, for part 4, I will be offering space for you to receive a direct message from any being of light that you wish to hear from at this moment. Okay? So now let us get started. So when tapping into this group's energy, the message that came to mind was still remains. Now, I feel I can interpret this in multiple ways. The first thing that came to mind was that something still remains to be seen. So if you came into this reading wondering about something that you don't have a definite answer to, or you're not quite sure what the outcome will be, it could be that when it comes to this specific situation, nothing has yet been set in stone. Things are still up in the air. And the answer, the outcome, the result still remains to be seen. So I get the feeling that if you were wondering whether you could improve a situation, this is a heads up that yes, this situation could be improved or could be adjusted for the better. I just get the feeling that currently something is indefinite, but it won't be for long. And for whatever reason, when the message still remains came to mind, the only thing I thought of was of still films. So maybe that's important. Maybe it's here to serve as extra confirmation for some. But what else came up with the message still remains was this feeling of nostalgia. I kept seeing in my mind's eye someone returning back home or to their hometown, or reminiscing about their childhood days, or their family home, the house or the place they grew up in. Yeah, okay, but now I'm going to move into the cards to find out where or how is your luck about to, change. I'll try one more time. Let's see. Ooh! So we have the Ace of Wands with breakthrough, inspiration, and new direction. And to clarify this energy, okay. Ooh, we have the Three of Wands, number 5 with the tree. Okay. And now I'm going to pull out one more clarifier. Oh, okay. And we have perseverance in reverse. Okay, so the very first thing I'm seeing is you are about to experience a breakthrough when it comes to something that you have been working very, very hard at, dedicating a lot of time and energy to it. Yeah, because a perseverance card makes me think of effort, putting a lot of effort into something. But it being in reverse, it lets me know that for the longest time, or for a long period of time, or what feels like a long period of time, you have felt like you put effort into something, but you weren't reaping much reward. So I do see a bit of a struggle here. Yeah, the Perseverance card in reverse makes me think of working very hard, working long hours, kind of pushing through just to get the bare minimum. But with the tree being here, I'm seeing that your efforts, your hard work, your dedication, your perseverance, your consistency, commitment, it's all paying off. Because the tree speaks about something that is solid, sturdy, something that is going to last a long time. And not only last, but it's going to provide, bear fruit for a long period of time. So the feeling I'm getting here is that all this time that you have been efforting and working so hard, you have been tending to the soil. You have been planting the seeds, watering them, nurturing them. And what you have been seeing and or experiencing thus far is the seed rooting, the seed sprouting, the seed slowly growing, blossoming into this beautiful tree. And so that's why you haven't really bared the fruit of your hard work and labor. Because up until this point, this tree has just been a sapling. But now you are about to experience the maturity of this tree. Yeah, because the Three of Wands speaks about your hard work paying off. It's a card that denotes success. It's also a card that indicates happiness with your choices. So if you have been doubting whether you are on the right path, if you have been kind of doubting whether it was worth it, working so hard, dedicating so much time and energy into whatever this may be, please know that you will very soon find it all worth it, because you will be getting the results that you were hoping for or working towards to. And with the Ace of Wands and the Three of Wands, both of them being associated with the element of fire, fire being the element of passion, of creativity, of excitement, of joy, I also get the feeling that you will not only be seeing and or experiencing an outcome that you were hoping for, but it's also going to be one that will exceed your expectations. And I feel with the Three of Wands, it will also be an outcome that will give way to several new and more opportunities. Because with the Ace of Wands being here, aces always speak of new beginnings. And the vibe I'm getting from this specific ace, it's like the start of a new adventure. It's like you're just getting started. You just got a small taste of what is to come. So whatever it is that you have been working on, tending to, dedicating a lot of time and energy to, this is something that can expand and or branch out into many different other things. Or the other vibe I'm getting, it's like this thing could help you branch out, explore other different arenas, areas, professions, lines of work, and so forth. So the vibe I'm getting here is it doesn't stop here. This isn't all that there is to it. There is definitely more. This is just the beginning. So to give you an example, I did mention something about still films at the beginning. So let's say if you have been trying to pursue a career in photography and it's been pretty difficult up until this point, but then you experience a breakthrough, right? You start getting recognized for your work. You start getting, clients and or commissions and or deals. But this breakthrough is just the commencement of what is to come, because it is through this breakthrough, through this positive exposure, that you then get introduced into film directing or film producing. So it's like starting off as a photographer, but then that path leads to a path of film directing or film producing. And then that could lead to something else in the future. Does that make sense? I feel like this path is just the leading up to something completely new and different, something that will help you grow your skills, you expand your knowledge, and also grow your passion for something or discover a new passion, a new pursuit. Yeah, because we literally have here in the Ace of Wands, new direction. Yeah, so it feels like whatever breakthrough you are about to experience, it's just a stepping stone. it's a milestone, but it's also a stepping stone. Yeah, so the other vibe I'm getting here is that this thing is going to help you see what else you can do or what more you can do with whatever this is. Like once you experience this breakthrough, you are going to start getting ideas as to how you can expand this, what more or what else you can do with it, or in what new direction you can take this. Just to give you an example, what started as a small business could grow into a company or a corporation, or it could branch out into several different small businesses. But I do feel like where you are about to experience a breakthrough is something that either you started on your own, or it was an independent pursuit, or it is something that you built from the ground up. Like it was non-existent until you came and started creating it, and then it turned into something. So like I said, this could be a small business that you started. This could be like a YouTube channel that you started, or a small company, a service even, or it could be literally a journey, like a journey to finding a job or a journey to becoming skillful at something. But it does feel like a solo journey, like you did this alone, you decided to venture into this alone. Now, the other feeling I'm getting with the Ace of Wands is that where you are about to experience a breakthrough is on something that is fairly new, or if it isn't new in terms of, like age or time, like if it is something that you started 5 years ago, it's still new in a sense because it hasn't fully matured. Yeah, because with the Ace of Wands, I get this feeling of this is barely the beginning. Things are about to really start picking up. Yeah, so I feel like all this time, no matter how many years you've dedicated to it, you've kind of been preparing for the beginning. I know that's very strange, but it's like, to give you an example, let's say all these years have been working to open up a restaurant, finding a location or renovating a place, getting all the paperwork done, creating the menu, finding the staff, like all that which is considered as preparation. That's what you've been doing all this time. And so even though you started this, this journey to open up a restaurant a few years back, things aren't really getting started per se until you literally open up your restaurant, until the inauguration day, until you start getting, clients and start serving food and so forth. Yeah, so you've been working towards starting something, and you have been in doubts whether this is ever going to get going, whether you are ever going to see the light of day when it comes to this, then these cards are letting you know, yes, you will get this started, get this going. And because we are talking about luck, because I feel like so far this is all a result of your hard work, your dedication, your labor. But since we are talking about luck, with the Ace of Wands and the Three of Wands, I do feel like anything that you've been struggling with or kind of finding resistance when it comes to it, that is going to clear out. Like any resistance is going to clear out. So like, for example, if you have been struggling to get something approved and you need this approval to continue your project or whatever it may be, you are going to get this approval. I feel like if a door closed and you need that door to be open in order to continue on, that door will open soon. In one way or the other. It might not be in the way that you expect or were hoping for, but a door will open soon, or the path in front of you will clear so that you can keep moving forward. Yeah, because the Three of Wands also talks about moving forward. The other thing I'm getting with the Ace of Wands is recognition. So if what you're doing needs some form of exposure in order to get it going, I do see you getting this exposure. And with breakthrough, I got excited all of a sudden, but it's like, I do see this happening out of the blue. An easy example that comes to mind is if you have a YouTube channel and not a lot of people are viewing your content and so forth, the Ace of Wands lets us know that your channel or one of your videos is going to start garnering a lot of attention. And then that will help your channel. get the exposure that it needs, or your content get the exposure that it needs to start garnering that recognition. Because like I said, you guys have already done the work. Like, you planted the seed, you've grown your tree, right? It's like you have grown your tree, it has bared its fruit, it's ready to be seen, it's ready to be surrounded by love, but all that is needed is for people to know that this tree exists, that this tree is out there. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, all you need is exposure, and you are getting this exposure. And then things just go well from there because, like I said, the work has been done. So going back to that YouTube example, it could be that all this time you have already posted so many videos. And so now that you get this exposure, people have so much content to watch or to engage with because all this time you have been posting content. Because all this time you have been, in a way, building your channel. And so when the people arrive, it's like when the people arrive, there's something to see. There's something to engage with. There's something to consume. And the content is good. The fruits are juicy. The tree is beautiful. Like, what you have created is great. So the people have a reason to stay and or to come back and to call more people in. So that's the vibe I'm getting. It's like, if all you need is exposure is what you're gonna get. And then things start progressing and moving forward from there. Because with the number 5 here, the number 5 speaks about unexpected, drastic, and dramatic changes. And not only that, but they are transformative changes. So I do feel like this breakthrough here, whatever this breakthrough may be, depending on your situation, it's gonna create a very drastic and dramatic and transformative change in your life. Because the Ace of Wands always makes me think of like lifestyle, like your life in general. And like I said, I do feel like this is going to open a lot of doors of opportunity for you. It's really going to kind of expand your horizon and get you thinking about the future, and also kind of motivate you and inspire you to start planning for the future, or making long-term plans, or just thinking bigger is the vibe I'm getting with the Ace of Wands and the Three of Wands, like thinking much, much bigger. So you could also find yourself after this breakthrough pursuing bigger dreams. Like, I see you aspiring for more, and not so much out of greed, not so much out of wanting to kind of satisfy or appease the ego, but it's more like, now that you see this is possible, now that you see like your efforts, your hard work, your belief in something actually pays off, now you feel kind of encouraged and motivated to pursue dreams that at some point you thought were impossible. Because it's like, if this is possible, then maybe that dream, this other dream, is also possible. And so you kind of just go for it. I wouldn't say you take a leap of faith, because that's not really the vibe I'm getting here, but it's more like you give yourself permission to, and you give yourself the opportunity to pursue another dream, a bigger dream. Or if not bigger, it's like a dream that means something very important to you. Now, the Three of Wands does speak about travel. So I do feel like you guys will be traveling. If you have been wanting to travel or to relocate, but again, you've been hitting a lot of like dead ends, or you've been bumping heads with people, or there's just been a lot of obstacles. Again, these obstacles are going to clear out. Your path is going to clear out, and you will be getting an opportunity to travel or to relocate. And I do want to say with the Ace of Wands that how things get resolved is going to be pretty unexpected. Like, you will end up doing the things that you want to do, but the how will be very unexpected. And I feel like how things are going to work out for you are going to be a lot more easier, a lot more effortless than how it was originally planned. Yeah, because the Ace of Wands and the Perseverance card in reverse is making me think of being directed to a path of least resistance. Yeah, so it kind of feels a bit magical, like a path of least resistance just opens up for you. And then things go much smoother from there. Yeah, and because in the Perseverance card we have a bull, bulls remind me of Taurus. Taurus is associated with the second house in astrology, and the second house is about finances, material possessions, and so forth. If the reason why you have been experiencing a lot of obstacles and or challenges is due to a financial situation, like not having the finances you need, I do feel like you are going to be getting the finances, like the financial support, the financial aid that you need in order to continue moving forward. I also feel like your financial situation is going to improve. I do feel like once your financial situation improves, and the other thing I'm seeing, once you become financially stable and are secure, which I do see that happening for you guys, you will be called to travel. Yeah, and it could be because you've always wanted to travel. Maybe that's a dream of yours, travel around the world, or like I said, maybe relocate. But I'm also seeing that it's your profession, your line of work, and or these doors of opportunity that are opening up for you that are going to lead you to travel. Yeah, because the Ace of Wands is also making me think of like freelancing, self-employment. Yeah, so if your dream is to be a freelancer or be self-employed, I do see that happening for you as well. And or if you are already a freelancer, but you haven't been getting a lot of like work opportunities or job opportunities, I do see things changing for you. This is where your luck is changing, but because again, I see you traveling and it's due to work. And I do feel like you will be called in many different directions. And so that's why I feel like you will end up traveling to more than one place. Because you might get a call from one place, and then while you're there, you will get a call from another place to work there and so forth. And so I do see you kind of for a while going back and forth, traveling quite a bit. But with the tree here, it does make me think of stability, of security, and of settling down somewhere. So the other thing I'm seeing is that, like, even if you're traveling a lot, there's always a place you can come back to, and that because that place is your home, that place is your house. Ooh, and I did mention something at the beginning of me getting images of someone going back home. So yeah, if some of you have been wanting to travel back home or visit your hometown, I do see that happening for you guys. But I also feel like you will be acquiring a property. It could be because it will be inherited to you, or it could be because you will be purchasing it. So for those of you who miss your hometown, you could be purchasing and acquiring a property in your hometown, or you could just be building a new home, a new house somewhere that feels like home to you. But I do see you having your own place. That's for certain. We literally have a house here in the background. I do see you having your own place somewhere that you love, like somewhere that inspires you, somewhere that you feel safe in, somewhere that you feel good in. And I'm noticing in both of these cards, we have a sun rising. So that makes me think again of a new beginning. And I'm also thinking of like an idyllic lifestyle, like somewhere where you can experience slow living, or somewhere where it's very peaceful, very tranquil, where you can be, where you can relax and just let go and let be. And I was gonna say that with the Ace of Wands and the Three of Wands, I do see some of you guys having what is known as passive income. I do feel like you are creating or building something that is gonna give you passive income. Yeah, because again, I'm thinking of traveling. So I feel like you will also get to travel a lot because you don't have to dedicate so much hours and time to work. And that's why we have the Perseverance card in reverse, because it feels like that time of working hard for the bare minimum is over. Now you have financial stability and security. Like now you have something to lean back on, fall back on. So you can kind of let loose and you have more free time to do what it is that you want to do that has nothing to do with work. Like if you want to work, that will be up to you, but it isn't necessary. That's the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, so some of you could be having multiple sources of income. As mentioned with the Three of Wands, you know, like one thing can branch out into many things. So that could result in you having multiple sources of income, or you having some form of passive income, or more than one passive income. And then that offers a lot of free time for you to, you know, travel or do other things, and or focus on creative endeavors or passions, personal hobbies even, because that's what I get with the Ace of Wands, like hobbies, creative passions, pursuits, and so forth. So that's pretty cool. That's nice. The word independence just came to mind. So this could be signifying that you will be financially independent, or you will create an independent business. Or this could be referring to like self-employment, freelancing, and so forth. Yeah, if some of you have been wanting to kind of quit a 9-to-5 and pursue something on your own, but you're kind of doubting whether this will ever happen to you because whatever it is that you are creating yourself isn't, you know, taking off. This is indicating that this soon will take off. and you will feel secure enough in it, especially financially, that you will feel confident then to make the decision to permanently, definitely quit your 9 to 5. The Three of Wands can speak about long distance relationships. If you are currently in a long distance relationship and your hope is to, reunite with your partner or live with your partner, be near your partner, I do also see that happening for you. You're getting some opportunity that will allow for you to do exactly that. It could be that you'll maybe get a work or a job offer where your partner is located, or your partner could be getting a work or job offer where you're located, or both of you could be getting a job opportunity in the same location, and then that will allow for you to live together. It could be something else, but I do see you getting an opportunity to live near, close, or with your partner. And for others of you who are single, or maybe who have recently come out of a relationship, I do feel like you will be traveling, and where you will be traveling to, you will be meeting someone. And again, because we do have the tree here in the house, I do feel like this is someone that you will end up having a long-term committed relationship with. I feel like you will be starting a new chapter of your life with this person. Some of you guys could be getting into hiking. That's just what I got with the Ace of Wands. And the word arborist just came to mind looking at this tree. The other thing that just came to mind with the Ace of Wands is field work. Yeah, some of you could be getting an opportunity to do field work, or some field work research that you did is going to get some form of recognition, or I'm getting something like you getting the funds, or you getting like a sponsorship to do some research or some field work, or to continue some research that you're doing. The phrase that just came to mind looking at the Ace of Wands is starting something new. So I do feel like soon, very soon, you will be starting something new. Yeah, it's like something you've been working on for the longest is going to take off, but not soon after, you're going to start something new. It could be like a side project, or like I said, it could be kind of a extension of what you have been currently working on or doing, but I do see you starting something new. This could even be referring to like starting a new relationship. The number 5 could be of significance. If you start seeing the number 5 or repeated 5s a lot, that could be indicating that your luck is about to take a turn. Or the month of May could be of significance. Yeah, since this is a timeless reading, I'm not giving any specific years. I'm just more concentrating on the months. So if the month of May has already passed, this could be pertaining to the month of May of next year. Or I'm also getting something like in 5 months, 3 to 5 months. It could be when you experience this breakthrough or something important happens. Ooh, the other thing that just came to mind is a creative idea of yours, something that you're thinking about doing, and it could be something small, It doesn't have to be like a big endeavor project. It's gonna take off, like it's gonna be a hit. Yeah, and I feel like this is gonna be very unexpected. How well this is gonna do is gonna be very unexpected to you, because I feel like maybe this is something that you, when you're working on it or when you think of it, you don't think much of it. Like it excites you. Like how you will know this is it is like you're not thinking about what successes it's gonna reap you, like whether it is gonna be a hit or not. You're just happy to do it because the thought of doing it excites you. Like it's something that you feel very passionate about, or just something that you feel very happy about doing and working on. Yeah, so this could even be something that is completely different from what you usually do, or it's kind of out of the norm. Because it feels like an idea that comes to you out of the blue, and then you just work on it in the moment, and then you just share it, and then it does very well. Let's see. The other thing I am seeing is that if you have been struggling with your health, could be physical, could be mental, could even be emotional health, I do see your health improving, because the tree denotes good health. Yeah, and the Ace of Wands in itself makes me think of a healthy lifestyle. So it could be that your health is improving because your lifestyle is becoming healthier, or a new physical environment that you're stepping into is having a major positive impact on your health. I did speak about relocating. I did speak about traveling. I did speak about you acquiring a property or settling down somewhere where you feel at peace, where you feel at home. So yeah, you could be moving into an environment that is really good for your health. Or like I said, it could be that a difference in lifestyle choices is really having a positive impact on your health. So if you have already been making changes and or improvements in your lifestyle choices, your eating habits, your sleeping habits, your thinking patterns, and so forth, know that all these changes and or improvements will create a major positive impact on your overall health. The tree makes me think of vitality. It makes me think of longevity. It makes me think of something sturdy, something solid, as well as something beautiful, something very youthful. So I do see you experiencing good luck when it comes to your health, and also when it comes to your complexion, or it could even be something to do with your physical appearance. Like for example, if you most of your life or for a good period of time have struggled with skin problems like acne, or it could even have something to do with procedures, something that deteriorated or was damaged or was weakened because of certain procedures is getting strengthened again, or it's getting reversed, or going back to its former healthy state or natural state. An example that comes to mind is like when we damage our skin barrier because we put it through so many harsh skincare procedures. And so this will be indicating that you would be rebuilding, I don't know what's the correct term, but regrowing or reestablishing that skin barrier. And that in itself will help your skin be much, much healthier and look a lot more healthier as well. But I do see improvements in your overall health. Okay, but now I'm gonna pull out some extra cards. I'm gonna take the one at the top. So we have, it's not random, I merged my intention with the universe, and this was said by the character Finn. Oh, these are quotes from the animated series Adventure Time, by the way. And I'm gonna take this one. That's against my alignment. Okay, this was again said by the character Finn. So seeing that both of these quotes are by the character Finn. Finn is the main character of the animated series, so this gives me main character vibes. You will soon feel like the main character of your life, because I feel like you will be garnering a lot of attention, and I feel like you are going to, you yourself feel like you are in alignment with your, I don't know, the word destiny came to mind. I don't really use that word, but it could be that you feel in alignment with your destiny, or you feel like you're on the right path. Or I'm getting this vibe of feeling like things are finally happening for you. So that could be how you will be feeling very, very soon. And with that's against my alignment, like I said, I do feel like a lot of doors of opportunity are gonna open up for you. You will be receiving a lot of offers. So this is just a reminder that if something doesn't feel right to you, don't feel like you have to accept it because you think you're gonna miss an opportunity. Practice your freedom of choice. You can say no. Or if you're very busy, if you have your hands full and you're interested in an opportunity someone offers to you, don't feel like you have to take it on. If you're already very busy, you can ask for an extension, you can be honest with them and say, hey, I'm interested in what you're offering, but at this moment, I don't feel like I can fully commit to this. Would you be interested to work on this with me at a later time? Don't be afraid to give options as well. Don't be afraid to negotiate. Because when this is happening, you will definitely be at a point or stage in your life where you can negotiate. I mean, you can always negotiate, but I feel like by this point, there's no pressure. There's no pressure to settle for something that you feel is less than, or for you to compromise and or sacrifice a lot. Because like I said, I do see you having like financial stability. I do see you having other opportunities and other options. But now I'm going to offer space for you to get a direct message from any being of light that you wish to hear from. So this could be a spirit guide of yours, your higher self, an archangel, a guardian angel, an ancestor, a loved one who is on the other side, or could be the higher self of someone who is currently incarnated in this lifetime. Also, if there is something that you have been wondering about, something that you want guidance and or advice on, then you can definitely set an intention to get a message when it comes to that specific situation. I will be pulling out 3 cards, so 3 different messages. So if you have more than one question or you want to connect with more than one being of light, then you can definitely do so. And you can consider these cards that we have here as your options. So we have option number 1 is the Perseverance card in reverse. Option number 2 is the Ace of Wands. And option number 3 is the Tree or the Three of Wands. So whilst you're setting your intentions for who it is that you want to connect with, what you want to receive guidance and or advice on, please cast your gaze upon these options here to see which one calls out to you, because the one that calls out to you will have a message for you. Okay, so I will give you a moment to set your intentions. And now I will pull out a card for those who chose the Perseverance card. Okay. So we have Shipwreck with Find Closure and the end of a phase or a cycle. Okay. Now I will pull out a card for those who chose the Ace of Wands. Oh, that was quick. So we have Anchor with Have Faith and Choose Optimism. And now lastly, for those who chose the Three of Wands, and we have Starfish with Trust Your Instincts and Follow Your Intuition. Yeah, with this card right here, I feel like something that you have done intuitively, like if you decided on something or went for something or took a leap of faith because you were following your intuition, soon you're going to feel very happy that you did that, because I do see you getting some positive results, or something very significant and positive is going to occur because of you following your intuition. Okay, yeah, but these are all the messages we have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance and clarity. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. And if you're new to this channel and you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in my website, and the link to my website can be found in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching until the very end, and a huge thank you to all of you who took a moment to watch the ads, since that is the simplest way to support me and to support this channel. I am wishing you a wonderful rest of your day or night, depending on when you're watching. And until the next moment, bye-bye. Hello you guys who chose the Jack, bienvenidos to your reading. So before I start shuffling the decks and pulling out cards, I would like to quickly go over a list of everything that is going to be covered in this reading. So there will be 4 parts. In part 1, I will be sharing with you what I intuitively picked up on when connecting with the energy of your group. In part 2, I will be working with El Tarot and Oracle cards to find out how your luck is changing. And in part 3 of the reading, I will be pulling out extra cards to get any last messages, advice, and or guidance from Spirit. And lastly, for part 4, I will be offering space for you to connect with any being of light that you wish to hear from at this moment, so that you may receive a direct message from them. Okay, but now let us get started. So when tapping into this group's energy, the messages staying motivated and staying consistent came to mind. And I did get this feeling of something turning around. So this could be indicating that things are turning around in your favor, or that something is gaining momentum. Yeah, so the messages staying motivated and staying consistent could be an encouragement from Spirit to keep going, to keep moving forward, to not lose motivation in something you've been working on, because you will soon be seeing some progress or some results or positive feedback. Things are going to start gaining momentum pretty soon. But I also feel that the messages staying motivated and staying consistent is advice and kind of a heads up that if you want to see improvement in something, consistency and commitment is key. So staying committed to what it is that you're doing and being consistent Yeah, so for example, if you want to get really good at something, doing this thing or practicing it every now and then, maybe it's not going to get you the results that you want. Maybe it's going to take longer for you to get good at this thing. Whereas if you were to stay consistent in your practice of it, it is more likely that you will see faster results, or you will see yourself getting better and better at this. Yeah, and this might sound a bit harsh, but this is the way that it just came to mind, is even talent requires practice, consistency, and commitment, especially if you want to see growth and or improvement. Yeah. Okay, but now moving on to the cards. So now we are going to find out where and how is your luck about to change for the better. This paper. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, something just came to mind. The Jack was reminding me of the expression Jack of all trades. So it could be that you guys are very skilled at various different things, and you are being let known that if you focus on one skill or you dedicate more time and energy on specific skills, you can reap a lot of rewards from them. But again, I feel like consistency and commitment is key. So yeah, so jumping from one thing to the other and hoping to see major results and progress might not be the best course of action. So if you have been doing this and you haven't been seeing a lot of results, it could be that you are being recommended to focus on one thing at a time. Like focus on harvesting one skill at a time or one project at a time, so that you can get the best or the most out of each thing. Yeah, okay, but the card that fell out for you guys is the Seven of Wands in reverse with surrender, lack of courage, and folding on your beliefs. And now I'm gonna pull out some clarifying cards. It could even be something like having multiple sources of income. Like if you're just dedicating a little bit of time to each one of them, it might not reap you as much results as if you were to focus on one thing or on fewer things. I'm being reminded of an expression that was mentioned in the show Parks and Recreation. Ron Swanson says it, which is never half-ass two things, instead whole-ass one thing. Ooh, okay. Those are too many cards though. Let me try one more time. Okay, I'll take these two. So we have the Five of Wands, number 33, with the clover, and we also have the Two of Pentacles, number 18, with the lady. Okay, and let me pull out one more clarifier. Did a card flip over? Yes, it did. So we have gratitude. Okay, I'm very shaky. I wasn't shaky with the other readings. Maybe this is a sign to shake something off, something off the past, or maybe shake off some bad energy that you may be holding on to, especially if you feel a bit nervous or a little bit out of sorts. Yeah, or this could be advice from Spirit to loosen up a bit. Or maybe some of you are hungry. I know some people get a bit shaky when they're hungry, so if you haven't eaten, go grab yourself a snack. Don't ignore your basic needs. Now, back to your reading. The Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay, so it's interesting how the messages staying motivated and staying consistent came up, because the Seven of Wands in reverse indicates giving up, quitting, or admitting defeat. And then we do have the Five of Wands here, which is a card that indicates competition, conflict, fighting, struggling, opposition, disagreements. And then the Two of Pentacles is a card that talks about juggling more than one thing, having your hand in more than one pot. So, multiple interpretations are coming to mind. The first one that I'm seeing is if you have had a lot on your plate recently, if you've had a lot of responsibilities or a lot of tasks, most of them which you are not very fond of, like these are tasks or responsibilities that you wish you didn't have on your plate, what I see happening is that you are going to be released of most of these responsibilities and or tasks. Yeah, because looking at this gratitude card, the way I'm interpreting the image is this bird is being freed. Like they were stuck in this darkness and this dense and heavy energy, but now they are freed from it. They are rising above it. So I do get this feeling of a liberation or liberating yourself from something that was weighing heavy on you or that was taking a lot of your time or consuming a lot of your energy. In other words, you're being released of something that was draining you. For some, it could even be draining you financially. So the way you may be released of these responsibilities and or tasks, possibly maybe even projects, could differ. Some of them could end up falling apart, like not working out. Others, you could decide to say no to them. Like you're standing your ground, you're placing your boundaries and you're saying, nope, I don't want this responsibility. I'm not interested in it. Here's where I draw the line, and that is that. And or it could also be that others come in to share the load with you or to take on the responsibility, the burden, the project, the task themselves. Yeah, but I do get this feeling of something being reduced, like your stress levels being reduced, the amount of things that you have to do being reduced, the amount of things that you have to focus on being reduced. And this is the kind of interesting part for me. I'm not quite sure how you guys will feel about that. Because some of you guys might actually resist this, even though it is very favorable for you. Because what is being let go of, or what you are being released from, are things that weren't really benefiting you and were just draining you. Yeah, because with the Five of Wands and the Two of Pentacles having fallen out together, it feels like these are things that you had to put a lot of effort into them, like you really had to fight for them. And the Two of Pentacles also speaks about trying to balance things out, like ups and downs. So these could also be things that weren't ever really stable. Like it was always fluctuating, and these fluctuations could have created a lot of stress or could have created a feeling of instability or of a lack of security. So it's like when it came to these responsibility, tasks, projects, whatever it may be, things were always up in the air. And I don't know why the Seven of Wands is also making me think of relationships. So this could even be pertaining to like relationships, connections, acquaintances, that were creating a lot of instability. And I feel like focusing so much on these things, because I do feel like you were focusing so much on these things that weren't really working out, because we do have the Five of Wands here. So it gives me this feeling of fighting for it. Like you always need to be on the lookout when it comes to this and fighting for it, because there is a fear that if you turn the other way, if you're not focused on this thing, then it might just disappear or it might just fall through. So it's like it kept most of your focus and took a lot of your energy, and that didn't allow for you to focus on other things or other areas of your life that did require of your focus and that were more beneficial to you. So I'm seeing this more like a blessing in disguise, because like I said, I don't know how you guys might feel about this, because I do get a bit of resistance. Some of you might want to hold on to this thing that universe is kind of trying to remove from your life because they know it's no good for you. And so some of you might experience a bit of like tower moments, which tower moments are basically forms of divine intervention. Like when universe comes in to remove anything that isn't of your highest good, anything that is holding you back. But these could be things that you yourself at that time that they are falling apart don't yet know that they are being removed because they are not of your highest good. So it might feel like we're being personally attacked, or it might feel like the universe is against us, or there might even be a feeling of failure. But these cards are giving you a heads up, like you're not failing at anything. This is not the universe attacking you. This is not the world going against you. On the contrary, this is divine intervention at play. This is universe helping you out. Because, for example, if you feel like things aren't working out in any area of your life or just in general, and you don't know why, like you really have no clue as to what isn't working, this is universe helping you out. Like they are coming in to remove everything that isn't working, so that in that way you can focus on that which is working out for you. And that which is working out for you is everything that remains. Yeah, so with the gratitude card, I am getting this feeling of you understanding why things happened the way that they did, kind of a little bit later on in your journey. Or this could even be something that is happening now. Maybe this is how your luck is turning, because now you're seeing and understanding why certain things had to end or had to be removed. And it was, to free you of something that was holding you back, or to free up more time for you. Yeah, because gratitude is making me think of feeling grateful. Like feeling grateful that things happened the way that they did, feeling grateful that universe brought something to an end, or that some things were brought to an end. Yeah, the other thing I was going to say with the Seven of Wands is that another way that things might end is that you yourself will choose to end them. Like something that you're working on, you will feel all of a sudden this inspiration to bring them to an end. It could even be a lack of motivation, like you might no longer feel inspired or motivated to work on this thing. And I feel this will be very true and relevant for those of you who have tried everything. You've tried everything in your hands to make this work, or you tried different approaches, different techniques, you were consistent, you were committed to this, but nothing worked out. Like the more you worked on this, the more you tried, the less fulfilled you felt, the more drained. Yeah, because again, with the Five of Wands, it gives me this feeling of fighting for it. Like you fought for this, but it just isn't working out. And then you make the decision. The Two of Pentacles also denotes decisions to surrender, to let go of this. And it's kind of bittersweet because it's sometimes difficult to let go of something you've dedicated a lot of time and energy to. But at the same time, it's in a way fulfilling because now you're released of this burden, because I feel like by this point it has become a burden. And again, I'm getting that feeling of release and freedom with the gratitude card. So I feel like your luck will turn around when you release something that has become a burden to you, something that has led to a lot of frustration and discouragement and possibly even disappointment. The word bitter keeps coming to mind, and the Seven of Wands in reverse is giving me that vibe, especially with the Five of Wands. Like someone having turned bitter over time because something just doesn't work out, or because there has been a lot of pent-up frustration, or a situation turning bitter and cold. Yeah, so I feel like the moment you release whatever this may be, or the moment that you are released of whatever has been draining you, that's when your luck starts changing. Because then you will have nothing distracting you or keeping you from focusing on that which will bring you much rewards and fulfillment. Which is why at the start there was that message of staying committed and not giving up. Because everything and anything that is in alignment with you and is of your highest good will prosper once all of the distractions have been removed. Because the distractions are like weeds. They don't allow for the flowers to bloom. The flowers being your blessings, that which is in alignment with you. And I feel like you're gonna not only experience a change in your external environment, but you're also gonna experience a change within. Like you yourself are going to feel much better. Less stressed possibly, less frustrated, less irritable if you have been experiencing those emotions or those feelings. And you're going to feel a lot more energetic and motivated. And with the Two of Pentacles, I do still see you working on more than one thing, but it's like, it's manageable. Like the amount of things that you're focused on or working on, it's manageable. It's not wearing you out or wearing you thin. So this could also be like learning how to manage your schedule or manage your time. And it could also be that by you learning how to manage your schedule, manage your time, that helps your luck to improve, because now you're not biting more than you can chew. It's like the 7 of Wands in reverse. It's making me think of knowing your limits, because everyone has limits. At different points in our life, we're going to have different limits, and it's okay to be aware of them, to know them, so that we can work with them. Limitations aren't a weakness if we know how to work with them, if we know how to respect them. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. The other message that just came to mind was gaining back your peace of mind. I feel like there's going to be less of a need to prove others wrong or to prove that you're right. Because the 5 of Wands speaks about competition, and the 2 of Wands is making me think of like two different viewpoints, two different perspectives and or opinions going back and forth, going at it. And the 7 of Wands in reverse makes me think of like choosing your battles. Like knowing, having this awareness that you can choose your battles. Like if something is not worth fighting for, then why dedicate time and energy to it? If something is not worth fighting about, then why spend so much time and energy on it? It's like this realization that there's nothing to prove, or that everyone can have different opinions, and that doesn't necessarily mean that someone is right and someone is wrong, or vice versa. This could also be speaking about letting go of a need to prove yourself to others. And I feel like letting go of this need also helps turn your luck around, because now you're working on things or doing things not out of a need to prove something or prove yourself, but it's simply out of your desire to work on this thing. And I feel like that allows for you to come into alignment with things that are truly of you and for you. Because when we start doing things or pursuing things with the intention of proving something, proving ourselves, we often take the path most traveled by. We often follow in somebody else's footsteps, because we enter into that energy of competition and or comparison. So we end up pursuing somebody else's path. We end up doing what others have done in the past in hopes that we could do it better, or we could do it better than them. Or we might end up doing something just out of spite. Like if someone told you, nah, you can't do that, or you'll never get hired at that company, and out of spite you end up applying to that company and spending a lot of time and energy trying to get into that company just to prove someone wrong, even though you're really not interested in working at that company. You know, it's kind of that vibe I'm getting. So it's like releasing yourself of a lot of limited thinking, or of pressure is also what I'm getting. Like it could be pressure from others or pressure from your ego to do things a certain way. And then that helps you see things more clearly. Like that helps you get an awareness of, hey, okay, now that I don't have these pressures, these expectations, these should be's and whatnot, what do I actually want to do? What do I actually want to pursue? What do I actually want to focus on? What do I actually want to dedicate my time and energy to? And then that's when you start coming into alignment with things that are of your highest good, with things that do inspire you, that do motivate you. Yeah, so I'm getting something like weeding out, like everything that isn't of you, everything that you're doing for all the wrong reasons, they're being weeded out, removed. And so at the end, what will remain is everything that is in alignment with you, everything that you are doing because you believe in them, because you want to continue working on them, because they are beneficial to you in some way, or they will help you grow. The other thing I'm getting with the 5 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles, because the 5 of Wands speaks about competition, some of you could be entering into, or you are in a very competitive field, or somewhere where it's very difficult to stand out because there are so many options, or there are so many people, or there is so much variety. And so what I'm seeing with the clover here is that you will be standing out. Yeah, and then again, we have this bird coming out of this darkness, and like it makes me think of the spotlight is on this bird. So you will be standing out. I feel with the 7 of Wands in reverse, I feel like the moment that you stop trying, I know that's very weird, but like the moment that you stop trying so hard to be recognized or to gain attention is the moment that you get the recognition or the attention. And it could have something to do with competition or like comparison, you know, like if you do tend to compete against others, or you do tend to compare yourself against others. If you have this mentality like, I haven't been recognized because that person over there or that thing over there is taking the spotlight. They're taking all the attention. Or you have this mentality, if I want to succeed, I have to beat this person. I have to be above this person. Then that mentality could be holding you back. Yeah, so I feel like the moment that you stop concerning yourself so much about others is when you start investing more time and energy into you and what you're doing. And that's when you start seeing the results or the progress or, you know, that momentum that we mentioned before. Yeah, because there was a message of like staying committed, staying consistent to a practice. Like focusing more on practicing something, on improving your skills, on bettering your situation, rather than comparing yourself or seeing how you can beat someone else, because that's just it's like focusing your attention on the wrong thing. Because again, the more we get into this mentality of competition, we kind of lose ourselves, because instead of doing something that we genuinely feel called to do, we start doing something because we think we should do it, because we think it's going to get us the attention that we want, because we think it's going to lead to success. So we kind of start losing our individuality or our uniqueness or our spark. Yeah, because, you know, the clover is making me think of the four-leaf clover. Like, what are the odds that you will stumble upon a four-leaf clover? It's making me think of uniqueness, like standing out. And how does one stand out? By, you know, being themselves. Because there's no other you. If you want to be unique, just be you. Because there's only one you on this earth. So if you want to stand out, reconnect with you. Align with you. With the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles also speaks about business partnerships. Some of you could be letting go of certain business partnerships, associations, maybe even collaborations. But at the same time, I also see you entering into a business partnership or teaming up with someone or working with someone. Like instead of, you know, competing, comparing yourself to others, you choose to be inspired by others. You choose to learn from others. You choose to work from others. And I feel like that's where you're going to see the most progress. That's when things are going to start picking up for you. Because this is the way it's coming through. Instead of taking, you're receiving. And there's more value in that. You get more by receiving than by taking. And the Two of Pentacles also makes me think of something reciprocated. So you're receiving, but you're also sharing something. So it could be like you're learning from someone, but you're also teaching them something. Or you're helping each other out. You're helping each other grow, which is the complete opposite of competition, you know, helping each other grow. The word team player also came to mind. So if you are like in a competition, like for example, if you're an athlete and you do enter competitions, like you have to compete, like that's inevitable. But it's about being a team player, you know, not seeing your opponents as like villains or something like that. But yeah, you're competing, but that doesn't mean that you have to be enemies, you know, it's something along those lines. So I am seeing a much more peaceful energy, much more relaxed, less stressed, and you focusing on things that are beneficial to you. And what just came to mind is that truly matter to you, that you will feel truly matter. If there has been financial stress, because I did mention that you will be less stressed out or have less stress, I do see like your financial situation improving. Maybe not super drastically, but I do see some improvement. I see you slowly coming out of a stressful time or stressful period. And also, I see you having clarity as to what to focus on. And you feeling pretty confident about what you are focusing on and dedicating time and energy to. Because I feel like you will be seeing that it is reaping you some kind of reward. Whether it's fulfillment, whether it's like self-gratification, or whether it's like monetary benefits, or like improvement in your well-being as well, in your overall health. We do have the number 33 here. It's a master number. It's a builder number building. So like I said, I do see gradual improvement, and I do see you kind of building a sturdier, more solid foundation. I'm also seeing something like creating a new lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle. Yeah, so if it's something like learning how to manage your schedule or manage your time, that could eventually lead to like a healthier routine, healthier lifestyle, because again, you're not biting more than you can chew. You're being very selective as to what you are allowing into your life, into your space, what you are choosing to focus on. Yeah, and I also see you like dedicating more time and energy to specific things and staying consistent with them and seeing progress when it comes to them. The number 18 and the number 33 are making me think of ages. So you could have been undergoing a transformation or started a transformation from the time you were 18 and you're ending it or reaching the ends of it at the age of 33. This could even be like learning a lesson. You could have been learning some important lessons throughout this period of time, and it's like you're learning the lesson completely by the time you reach 33 years of age. Yeah, or it could be that if you are nearing the age of 33 and you feel like you started a tough cycle when you were around 18 years of age, this is a confirmation that this cycle is going to end very soon. And it will end around the time you turn 33 years of age. But I feel like these messages are only for a select few. So, if the shoe doesn't fit, don't force it to fit. Only take what resonates. The number 7 is really standing out to me. We have 7 with the 7 of Wands. If 5 and 2, we add them up, we get 7. So, let's see. The month of July could be of significance. Or what I'm getting in specific is 7 weeks. 7 weeks from now, you might start experiencing some changes, positive changes, and or some improvement. Also, the month of August could be of significance, and more specifically, the date August 1st or January 8th. Some of you could be a life path number 33, by the way. Or the number 3 in itself is pretty important. You could be seeing a lot of repeated 3s or the number 33 quite often at some point, and when you do, that could be indicating that you are about to experience this change of luck or fortune. Yeah, but now I'm going to pull out some extra cards to get any last messages, advice, and or guidance from Spirit. Oh, and these are quotes that are from the animated series Adventure Time. Okay, so we have you're a doer, not a listener. You learn with your hands and heart, not your head. Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's reminding me of the messages that came through at the beginning with staying motivated and staying consistent. Yeah, so if you want to see betterment in something, if you want to become really good and or skilled at something, practice is the key. Consistency is the key. Commitment is the key. It does not only do to think about it, it does not only do to do it from time to time. You need to dedicate yourself to it, because dedication and consistency is very, very important. The other thing I'm seeing is that you guys excel at something even more when you experience it firsthand or you get hands-on with it. Yeah, so like for example, if you're wanting to learn how to read el tarot, or give tarot readings, simply listening to other people give tarot readings or reading about the meaning of each tarot card is not gonna really help reach your full potential when it comes to giving tarot readings yourself. It's not really gonna help you become better at giving tarot readings. Like it will help to some extent, but I feel like if you really want to improve your skills when it comes to tarot reading, you need to practice it yourself. Like you yourself need to give tarot readings. Like there's something about you doing it yourself, getting hands-on, getting a first-hand experience. And we also have something weird might just be something familiar viewed from a different angle, and that's not scary, right? And this was said by Marceline's mom. Okay, so now I am going to offer space for you to receive a direct message from any being of light that you wish to hear from at this moment. So this could be a spirit guide of yours, your higher self, an archangel, a guardian angel, an ancestor, a loved one who is on the other side, or the higher self of someone who is currently physically incarnated in this 3D. Also, if you have something that you have been wondering about and you want to receive advice and or guidance on it, you can also set an intention to receive a message about that specific situation. And I will ask of you to please cast your gaze upon these cards that you see here, because these will be your options. So I will be pulling out a message or a card for each one. So option number 1 is the gratitude card. Option number 2 is the 7 of Wands in reverse. And option number 3 is the 5 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. So I will be pulling out a different card and or message for each option. So depending on which option calls out to you, that will be the message that is meant for you at this moment. So I will give you a second to meditate upon the options, see which one calls out to you, as well as set your intentions. Okay, but now I'm going to pull out a card for option number 1, the gratitude card. So if you chose the gratitude card, what is the message you are meant to hear at this moment? So we have Island with find strength in solitude. And now I'm going to pull out a card for option numero 2, the 7 of Wands in reverse. Ooh! And we have a treasure chest with success and reaping the rewards. And now for those who chose option numero 3, the 5 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. What is the message you are meant to hear at this moment? Okay, so 3 cards fell out. So we have Lighthouse, when the seas are rough, search for the light, and Light Worker. And we also have Seahorse with be confident and assertive, Divine Masculine. And lastly, we have faith and choose optimism. Oh, I do want to say, these items, objects here could be lucky symbols for you guys. So like an anchor, seahorses, lighthouses, treasure chests, images of islands, or anything that represents an island. Yeah, so if you start seeing any of these quite often, that could be an indicator that your luck is about to turn for the better. Okay, yeah, but these are all the messages we have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance and clarity. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. And if you're new to this channel and you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in my website, and the link to my website can be found in the description box down below. Thank you so much for being here. I am wishing you a wonderful rest of your day and or night, depending on when you're watching. And until the next moment, bye-bye.